Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today is no different. Today, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this cash shakeup, and now we have confirmation. This is insane. Guys, we're going to give you all the details. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so Radar Online reported this, and from what we're hearing, Real Housewives of New York City is not the only franchise getting a cash shakeup. So we learned that the Real Housewives of Atlanta will be returning for season 14 minus a few familiar faces. And also an original cast member will be making her return. This is very interesting. But according to a reporter, Anthony Dominic, fan favorites of the show, Porsha Williams and Cynthia Bailey are out. Okay, I have a lot of theories about this, but as for the original cast member, we've talked about this multiple times. We knew it was either going to be Sheree Whitfield or Phaedra Parks, and we're hearing it's Sheree Whitfield. I have theories as for why Porsha and Cynthia are out, but I'm going to jump into that in a second. I just want to let you know what the rest of the news is when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anthony said, I'm told Porsha is not returning, capital N-O-T. However, Candy Burris and Kenya Moore will be coming back to the show. Drew Sidora and Marlo Hampton will also be returning to the show. We don't know in what capacity, and we're all waiting for Marlo to finally get her peach. We've heard rumblings in the past it's because she had some sort of charge, and that's why the network doesn't want to give her a peach. I feel like at this point, she gets paid well. She's been on for long enough. Someone give her that damn peach, okay? I couldn't really understand you giving Drew Sidora a peach before Marlo Hampton. And I love Drew Sidora. I really do. But Marlo Hampton has just worked her double ass off on the show. She brings a lot. I would think that she would be kind of first in line to grab that peach. And for Drew, we heard rumblings that she was out a long time ago. We heard that her and LaToya Ali would not be returning to the show. However, that is not the case anymore. I'm kind of wondering if it's because Porsha Williams is out, because I'm pretty sure she did not get fired. Again, I'll touch on that in a minute. Anthony claimed that Porsha is moving on up. She is obviously filming her new spinoff series. At least it's like a tester pilot run for the spinoff series. And I'm sure it's going to get picked up and shown on Bravo. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star has shared a lot of her personal life with fans. We've cheered her through a divorce, he said, a failed engagement, becoming a new mom, and her latest relationship with Fallon Pina's ex, Simon Gobadia. Now, as for Cynthia Bailey, she was reportedly not asked back to the show, and she's given it a lot. She's given it her all, but Wendy Williams had her on the show and said, I don't think you should come back. And I agree with her because Cynthia Bailey, we have seen her get married to Peter. We've seen her get divorced. We've seen her find love again. She's been on the show for quite some time. She's killed it, but she's never been the one who's brought the most drama, had the biggest storyline. She's always been a great asset to the show, and she complemented the show very well. But I think it is time. Her time has run its course when it comes to being a cast member on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I really do. They obviously, Cynthia and Mike, they wed in front of Bravo cameras last year on October 10/10/20. We heard about it the whole time. And while she was getting married, she was also suing Peter Thomas for, I believe it was $170,000, but that's not a storyline. So that's not a reason to bring somebody back, if you guys get what I'm saying. As for Sheree Whitfield, she was an original cast member and held her peach until season 4. And then she took a short break, returned back as a friend role for season 8, and then went back into a full-time role and then eventually left after season 10. So she's come and gone a lot. So is Nene Leakes. We've seen these women, they take a break, then they come back. Luann Della said she was demoted. Heather Dubrow, she took time off. We've seen the women, if you keep in good standings with the network, it's not the end of the road for you. I mean, as for Nene Leakes, she left the network and then completely trashed the network because she had some residual feelings where she felt like they were pushing her out and they didn't treat her with kindness. And also she feels like they weren't really fair to her. She said a lot more than that, but I'm not going to jump into that right now. But my point is, It's like when you speak against the network, if you're no longer a part of it, you're just kind of not only closing that door, you're locking it, you're putting the key in the haystack, you're making sure that that door is never opening again. And that's exactly what Nene Leakes did. We all knew that Sheree Whitfield was in talks after we heard that she was open to rejoining the cast. And Andy Cohen teased on his podcast that he's been talking to an OG on the East Coast. And he told her, you know, don't tell anybody that you're coming back. And she said, well, I don't want to tell anybody I'm coming back because I feel like my friends and family, they're going to try to deter me from it. He said, exactly. Don't say anything. I think everyone will be so excited to have you back on the show. Okay, well, welcome back, Sheree. And she always brings something, just to be fair. She has the same man, I believe his name is Tyrone, and he was in prison last time we heard from her. She was talking to him on the phone a lot. And she also has Chateau Sheree. So she has a lot going on. And I believe he's out of prison now. She's in a full relationship. There's a lot to look into here. And I'm sure the women will have a lot of opinions. When it comes to Porsha Williams, though, my number one question is, well, she obviously didn't get fired from the show. She is one of the biggest when it comes to fan favorite or being a fan favorite. She's also on Bravo's chat room. They're filming a spinoff for her. And it's actually kind of funny because the fact that they're filming a spinoff for her after they canceled Don't Be Tardy, it's so obvious what they're doing. Kim Zolciak and her little, you know, group, her family dynamic, they're out and Porsha's in. Porsha has an extremely lavish lifestyle now. Thanks to Simon Gobadia, she's doing the damn thing. She's flying private. She's going on vacations. She just left her radio show with Ricky Smiley. She's also leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm guessing she really believes that this show is going to take off. And even if it didn't take off, if the spinoff did not work in her favor, she will always be welcome back to Atlanta. She brings a lot. I even read a fan comment where someone said, Adam, you don't like Porsha because you did the interview with Fallon. That's not true at all. So let me just be very clear about that. I love having Porsha on the show because we've watched her, and this is so important for a housewife, evolve. We've seen her as like this little Southern belle to Queen of Thoughtland to, you know, going out there and putting herself on the front lines for the Black Lives Matter movement. We've seen her have a baby. We've seen her get a divorce. We've seen her at her low lows to her high highs. So I really do enjoy her. And then when she's on, you know, camera for her confessionals, she kills it. She really does. I mean, she's done a lot on the show. She's dragged people, Kenya Moore, off the reunion set. She's beat up people allegedly in the back alley of a Christmas party. She's kicked Cynthia Bailey in the stomach, or Cynthia kicked her in the... Point is, she's had a lot of physical altercations, and normally that would get you fired. But for Porsha, they've kept her around. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to say there's no way that she was fired. Cynthia Bailey, yes, I can see that. Porsha Williams, absolutely not. But my big question for you is, again, getting back to it, do you think Porsha Williams is quitting the show because this new spinoff is going to be everything? Or do you think that she doesn't want to face the women because she knows she's going to get a lot of backlash for being engaged to her former castmate? Even though Fallon was only a friend of the show, she was still paid to be there, technically a former castmate. That's why I say that, so don't rip my head off, but engaged to her former castmate's ex-husband. I kind of think it's a little bit of both. I feel like Kenya Moore, Marlo Hampton, some of the women who have been so vocal about Porsha's engagement, they were waiting to go on camera and rip her a new one. And I think for her and her new engagement and potentially getting married to Simon at the end of the day, I don't think she wants to add that stress to it, because I'm sure that can be stressful. They're going to dig, pry, bring up everything that they can. They'll probably, we know Kenya Moore, she'll probably bring the ex that, or the girl who was in the Ferrari. They're shady as hell and they're messy, but that's why we love our Real Housewives of Atlanta women. All right, guys, with that, again, don't forget to comment below. Let me know what you think of the latest news when it comes to the cast shakeup. And also, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.